to the You Alive podcast, the podcast dedicated to calling out your friends' bullshit. I'm Brian.
That's Brian. This is Chris.
His favorite pothead, Sir D's.
And like any other week, we here ready to kick that shit, have a good time, talk about all the interesting and engaged in topics we've seen on this internet, and give you that shit raw and live. Apparently, welcome to the second edition.
The second episode.
Because we alive, we live, and we back from the dead on the gold mics for old time's sake. Brought them back.
Practicality
for any long time listeners. We back in the gold, shining. Fellas, how y'all been? It's been a long week. How y'all been?
Yeah, been looking forward to this.
Right,
for sure.
Right, we got.
It's been a long week, for sure.
For sure, and shout out to Maury.
Yeah, shout out.
The other member, brother of the
Can't wait till
cast.
he get in on this with us.
Yeah,
Right, we also working dudes. It's hard to sometimes figure all this out, but we here to kick that shit and have a good time. We got these topics ready. Brian, what you bring?
Breakdancing Dad, apparently abandoned his daughter, let it be told by her. And, I just want to know how y'all feel about that. What your take is on that situation. It's a little mixed,
And mine, you might have seen dude Joe Budden put a nail in the coffin for female rap. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to talk about that. See if we agree here.
And I'm going to be talking about how trash Gen Z's sex life is. Apparently.
New studies on this.
These niggas having babies still, so I don't know.
We're going to do all that with all that ULI energy that we got, because when we smell them falsehoods, somebody lying, don't know what they're talking about, throwing out inaccuracies, and I feel like it's going to be a good him tonight. We're going to hit them with them ULI, you know what I'm saying? So that can come with a punishment of a shot, the 20 push-ups, or the $5 cash up to the 805 Entertainment, because we're trying to eat good on the way to this cruise to DR, wherever we plan on going this year. We're going to do all that and just have a good time.
Hey, you did 10 last week. Last time.
Oh, I sure did. Hey, nobody say nothing, so, you know what I'm saying? 20, though. It's supposed to be 20. 20 on the push-up.
Yeah.
So,
I got away with it.
He did. I can't even say that because you should have said it last week. Anywho, we're going to get into these first topics right after this.
All right. All right, so here we go. Sorry. So here's my first topic, and this is her. I think her name is Maddie Hart. And Maddie.
Shout out to the Maddies out there.
And this is her video. So I'm just sharing it with y'all right now. What y'all think? Here we go. Hold on. So,
bear with us,
bear
What's a good trauma that you have? That's funny. It has to actually be funny. I'll go first. My dad abandoned my family when I was 5 years old. That is a wife and 4 kids. He abandoned us and then pursued amateur breakdancing, and he got really good. He blew up. He became a D-list celebrity status, viral breakdancer. He became the oldest actively competing breakdancer in the world. Then he got on Good Morning America and talk shows, and Washington Post wrote about him, and he went super viral, and he did all these interviews, and he danced with Paula Abdul. And here, I'll show you.
Take a look at this 60 66-year-old breakdancer. Yes, 60 years old. Amazing. He's competing at a breakdancing competition in Philadelphia, and he may not have won, but I tell you what, he is winning over a lot of people.
He's a little slow, but he's doing it though.
He's winning a lot of people on the internet.
I can't do
This
it.
guy wouldn't pay my medical bills.
Come on, what?
The worst part,
Oh.
the damage is good.
The
You
core
should
work.
not like that. It's like impossible. It's beautiful. Hey, Dad.
I think that's enough of that. And then he has a response here. So let me pull this up real quick. Bear with me for a second. Pulling up the response.
Because, you know, he got to give his rebuttal. Right? He can't not say nothing.
Okay, here we go. All right. Here we go again.
The rebut.
Yeah, the rebuttal.
With? Well, hundreds of comments calling me a deadbeat dad, a child abandoner, and all manner of other insults. So I think, what's this all about? Well, after a few minutes of investigation, I discover that my daughter, Maddie, has made a video about me. She's a screenwriter in Hollywood. She's also a big social media influencer with millions of followers. Some of her videos get millions of views. And this video has tens of millions of views, 1 million likes, 20,000 comments, 40,000 bookmarks, 30,000 reposts. It's just insane. So I thought I'd better watch this video. And frankly, I was pretty chagrined by what I heard, to say the least. But honestly, the more I watch this video, the more I like it. Well, I like about 98% of it. However, I do need to correct a few statements in the video. Okay, in many ways, I love this video. And of course, I love my daughter, Maddie. And we get along great. At least I think we do. But a few corrections are in order, or at least a few things that need to be put in context. First, I can see that as a 5-year-old, Maddie would see her dad as having abandoned the family. One day I was living there. The next day, I wasn't. And that will look like abandonment to a child. But married couples do get divorced about half the time in America. And I was just living a mile or so down the street in LaGrange, Illinois. We just weren't living under the same roof. Now, about not paying medical bills, that's just not correct. Here was the financial arrangement of the divorce. Maddie's mom, my ex-wife, got $2 million at the get-go, out of the gate, a lump sum payment. Plus, I was paying her $18,000 per month in child support and alimony. This was later reduced to $12,000 per month. And of course, I paid health insurance and out-of-pocket medical costs. I also put $600,000 into the kids' college fund. In all, I paid out about $5 million to my ex-wife to cover costs for her and the kids. And this is in 2005 dollars. So add 50% to account for inflation. In other words, I was not a deadbeat dad at all. And by the way, Maddie did not say that in her video, but a lot of the comments assume that and say that. Now, of course, there was no way for Maddie to know how much I was paying because she was a kid. This wasn't something I talked about. Also, remember that I was living 1 mile down the road from the kids in LaGrange, Illinois. Sidewalks all the way. An easy walk or bike ride. I saw the kids all the time. No abandonment, just a divorce.
Sidewalks all the way.
There's more. There's more.
Steve sounded like she was mad he wasn't living in the house.
There's more. So, but I'm gonna just put these two videos that I think he has them put together. I'm gonna just share them like that. Let's see here. All right, here we go. So she had a rebuttal, and I believe he plays it in here. So let's check it out.
He's in there. It's like halfway through on this video.
All right.
It was a follow-up to my Sunday video on my daughter's viral video.
Actively competing.
Let's go to This is her second complaint.
I know my dad posted like a 10-minute video or whatever being like, you know, my daughter's lying. We have a great relationship. I have a great relationship with all my kids. That's just objectively not true. Like, guys, we're all freaking out about this in my family group chat right now. We're being like, he's so unhinged and delusional. We don't know if he actually believes his own narrative or if he's lying on purpose, but he's just like a weird guy. Yeah, he said he lived down the street from us. That's not true. Or like if he did, it was only for a few months maybe. But actually for most of my childhood, he lived in Florida with his new wife. Like basically like, I don't want to get into this. Like, again, like my video was basically like sanitizing the situation and like poking fun at the lightest part which is in. And so I feel the need to kind of defend me and my family's like POV. Bottom line is this guy was a completely absent father. He's like, I was just a bike ride away from those kids. And it's like, not once did any of us ever take a bike ride to his house. I don't think I've ever been in his house.
But she seems a little like, just, you know, angry, right?
For sure, upset.
Right? She seems mad.
So this whole thing is so bizarre. Like, I'm so surprised that he responded to my video because I'm just like, damn, I could have actually made you seem like way worse than I made you seem. Like,
we have with us here Maddie Hart. She is a YouTube specialist. How many videos, Maddie, do you have on YouTube now?
About 54.
And what is your goal?
One day I want to be a partner.
Different.
Out of 10, where do you think it fell short?
I mean, he showed up once, so what? But put him in this combination like that is hard.
Let me be clear. Maddie is not lying in her videos. She is saying in these videos what she perceives to be true from her perspective. She's expressing her truth. And her perception is impacted radically by 19 years of brainwashing by my ex-wife.
All right. And that's a long video, so we're not going to play the whole thing. I've already played enough.
See, the black people problems.
As you can see, the
white dudes be having baby mama drama too.
Yeah. So the daughter, you know, posts on TikTok, you know, for the world to see. Look at my famous breakdancing dad. Oh, isn't it funny? He abandoned us. Ha ha. He doesn't pay our medical bills. Like, just plaster your dad on the internet like that.
She was roasting him.
Yeah,
in a very passive aggressive way.
And then you can see the rebuttal. So, what do you guys think? How do you feel about that situation?
You want to go, Sherman? You seem like you got some confidence brewing. Go ahead.
Coming from a situation of divorced parents where my mom tried to fight to get my dad to pay $200, $220 a month for 6 kids. That's not a piece for all of us collected. Combined. And that was, I don't think that ever happened more than 2 times in a row the whole time I was growing up. And they got divorced when I was like 10. Like every now and again, he might get a payment. But this man started off with $2 million off the bat. Not with nothing else. This is just $2 million.
Some payment at the beginning of the divorce.
He eventually, it ends up total being $5 million.
And he still paid extra medical bills.
Uninsured medical.
I'd have been like, I ain't paid it. Tell your mama to take it out that $5 million that I sent.
It's in the court order.
I don't care.
He did care. You know, there's people that care about the order because the order sticks with you for the life of the order. So, you know, you just because you don't want to pay it because you're mad at the other parent, you're still gonna have to deal with it.
No, he already paid it.
During the time, though, he had to pay it. He could be mad now or say whatever now because it's done with. He's paid his obligation. But yeah, he paid a lot of money. And I think she's entitled to feel like she did because she shouldn't know. I mean, maybe she's grown now, but the inner workings of that relationship, why they broke up, what caused the irreconcilable differences between the married parties. But you know, as a kid, she's probably just like he said, dad's gone. I'm with mom. She's upset. I'm watching her cry and deal with the situation. I'm probably siding more with mom as the daughter. You know, so she's jaded going into it.
He also said it was an ugly divorce. So I mean, there's a really good chance the mom was talking shit about.
It's such a personal situation. It's kind of hard not to, and it's dealing with and not just little finances. This ain't the $200 you were referring to.
No,
$2 million out the gate.
Yeah,
like
but
he must have been well off in the same sense. But damn.
You said the operative word though. She's entitled to feel how she feels, but she's entitled to. She has an entitlement personality.
I feel like that.
Because
and she made some decisions off of those. She's making a joke out of her trauma, right? But she had really real feelings about it.
And but she also had real privileges off of the opposite of what she's talking about.
Yeah, because I'm sure that $2 million went a real long way for their household.
But she also got supported in going to school. Got supported in doing her YouTube,
whatever he had to get
and all of that stuff. Like
college fund.
Pops was breaking her off, and he put money in her college fund and gave her a startup after college money.
I could imagine he spent over $10 million easy on all his kids.
How are you still sitting here talking about he's a weirdo? He never was around us. We never saw him. He don't know my birthday. He don't know my graduation.
He can be a weirdo. I don't think he's not a weirdo.
No, I'm not saying he's not, but I'm saying how can you get on here and say these things?
Why are you attacking? Why are you attacking? So you kind of want to come off like, hey, I'm showing my dad as he's a breakdancer dad, right? He's real cool. He did this thing. We went viral. He got to meet all these people, and everybody got to see him and check him out. He's really good.
Yeah.
But he's also, abandoned us and wouldn't pay for my
abandoned.
Like
strong word. Strong word. A really strong word. We're only interjecting our opinions, like you say.
Right.
She could feel she was abandoned and all of that stuff. But from
words matter.
Abandonment is not what that was.
And that's his perspective, right? Like I'm not no way I'm abandoning you when I'm giving you $2 million.
Right.
I'm right up the street when you need me.
Was there.
I'm taking you to whatever events for the vacations, your graduations. I'm at the dinners. Like I'm not gone, but I'm not with your mama.
Now, if they live with their mom, they probably see their dad a lot less, And I think men typically, if they got to accept the situation, they would if the kids don't want to come over or whatever.
Right. He got to accept that.
He said his son came, but his daughters had an issue with
and he had to eat
the
that.
mom and all that stuff. Yeah, so you could imagine that they didn't see each other.
And most of the time, the man is the one that moves out of the house in those situations to keep the kids stay with their mom.
The nurturer, right?
Yeah, we didn't see it. We kind of skipped through it, but there's also a moment where she has a history of like she's a little view thirsty too. So you can, and she's had a YouTube channel since she was like, I don't know,
2005.
Yeah,
at least
she was a little kid. So it's not a stretch. She lives in LA now, East LA or whatever. It's not a stretch that she's doing all of this for clout, and it would suck if she's throwing her dad under the bus for clout.
From the dad side, I'd have left it alone.
Yeah,
and I do agree with Derek though. He's actually gonna say I don't want to get into it.
Yeah, Derek said, "How's he gonna say I don't want to get into it after putting all the business out there?" Oh, can I? Oh yeah, here we go. My bad. After putting all the business out there.
That's how I feel. I'm invested now. I done watched all the receipts. I done watched the responses.
I think his company or whatever, he had a little bit of pressure to ask her to take down her post. And
I'm waiting for the mama to
respond. The mom tells him that is asking him to take down the post, but doesn't want to ask the daughter as well. So it's, I think there's a little bit of, personal issues here seen from the lens of childhood. I think there's some complicated stuff going on as well.
Which never should have spilled off into social media. That's the biggest issue.
That's the top point, is that shouldn't have spilled over into social media, because she, her feelings are legitimate, in a personal sense. It's like with what's his name when he got mad at old girl for the Usher
the baby daddy.
Yeah, he had an issue with it, but he posted it instead of just
talking
about it behind closed doors, So that's the thing where it's like, sort it out, make sure everything is okay between there's not going to be any consequences before you start plastering people's name over the internet and trashing them, because you can have stuff like that pushback. It can make you look bad, even if your dad's supportive and saying like, I liked their video, I liked all that stuff. It's
obvious trying hard not to paint her
this is definitely
in a bad light.
Familial dispute
out of his way,
and over 30 million people, I believe, have seen it. Clears it easy. I think the views, one of them, the reply, the dad's rebuttal got like 20 million views. And the daughter's original video got like 7 million views. So no.
You fishing?
Our numbers here.
The number sounded right. That 20 though. That 20 though. That 20 though.
Yeah, I believe it. Supposedly it got 20 million views. We can check that.
He said, I heard 10.
I think he said, I heard out the dad's mouth 20 million views. I did. Yeah. So.
You a lie.
Here we go. Hold on.
You a lie.
There it is.
All right. So, yeah, let's pull up the
It's easy way to check that.
Let's put this up and then we'll pull up the screen share.
Give me the $5 for the 20 million.
Again, the 20 million, right? All right.
And which video in particular?
His response.
The last response or the first response?
Ooh. Whichever one's closest
right
to
now.
Because that's the last response.
Second viral video saw. This is the one from his official channel.
I see 199,000.
It's 200K views on YouTube. I don't know.
But he did say he posted his thing on X on Twitter.
Oh, it's on X.
He did say that. To be fair, he said I posted my response on X and it started getting views.
Link it in his description.
I'm looking in the description to see. Is that? Yeah. All right, hold on. I'm pulling it up right now. Let's see.
My nigga Ben and Wanda.
Man, got his new wife on there. I know his daughters hate that.
And that's a big thing too. You know, to her, you chose a different family.
Let's see. Oh, it says 2.5 million.
Hey, that's why you get off the poach with it.
But also, can we? I just don't want to skip past. This man was balling to be able to break off his wife that in alimony right off the back.
He had a Bitcoin shirt. I'm thinking it was maybe Bitcoin investments. Whether it was well made.
Yeah. He's a Bitcoin investor. Yeah. So
that's where he made his money.
He's doing some mining early in them 2005 years.
I ain't gonna say nothing.
When it was easy,
right?
I ain't gonna say nothing.
That's crazy.
What you ain't trying to say? What you ain't trying to say?
He said that's where he made all his money in Bitcoin.
I just said he had a shirt on.
Oh,
and then
he did, and he has the Bitcoin shirt on.
He does have a Bitcoin shirt on.
What you trying to do? What you
on the porch.
Yeah, go ahead, get you some tea.
But I think
I heard the nigga had a dance studio.
Well, after he turned 60.
No, you talk from a dance studio?
Hey, no.
Come on, man.
Who dancing there? Beyonce?
Then you know what? No, come on, Sherman, you playing around.
He choreographed the single ladies. That was him.
They didn't fall for it, y'all.
Heck, no. Let's get into
fall for it.
This next one. Y'all can let us know. Wrap us up, Brian. Yeah, you're right.
There we go.
So we back in it again. My topic. Joe Budden on his podcast was talking about something that I agree with. Female rap. Get it up out of here. Right. I call it something a little more vulgar than that, but I'm trying to watch my language. But that poontang rap. So let's play the clip and then we can expound on our feelings. And yeah, sure. Yeah.
All right, here we go. Hold on, let me fix the sound here, y'all. All right.
Telling you what it is. I'm normally a few months ahead with this stuff. Sometimes a few years ahead with this stuff.
When you say over,
why do you say that?
You just said it was
the girl rapper wave is finito.
How you just changed? You just said a couple of weeks ago that it was lit.
No, I said the cream rises to the top. So Lotto shall remain. Flo Milli shall remain.
Got it.
Rhapsody will always be there, but she wasn't really a part of. But all of that, go find a girl, send her to Columbia, get it done, put her in the studio with Mike Will or any one of them niggas. All of that, planting the girl in the scene, getting the record, and it taking off. That wave is over. I think labels are looking at it like very few of y'all are selling records. It's too much work to get your coin back. We got to go do brand deals all over the world with y'all. Y'all are expensive. Some of y'all are annoying. And none of these records are working. None of these records are working.
There you go.
Yeah. I know how Joe Budden is successful because you hate listening to this nigga, but you can't stop listening to this nigga, whatever he's saying.
Yeah.
I swear, I can't stand listening to this nigga. But
I think he's right though to a large degree. Now there are not saying that all female rappers fit this mold, but there is a formula out there. Find a halfway decent looking, and lately, Sexy Red ain't even need to be halfway decent looking. Just put a bitch out there.
Not really cute to me either.
Glorilla. I mean, come on, what we talking about?
Glorilla ain't cute to me either.
But we put them out there, get them on some. They got good beats. The females got some good beats.
They ain't gotta have good beats. You just gotta find a bitch willing to do what the industry say.
Put them out there, run them on the basic Dr. Seuss type of rap, and that's it. It's real. It's nothing of substance. It's all I say pussy rap. That's what it is. That's what it is. A bunch of periods and a bunch of ratchet behavior. That's what I'm gonna call it. Ratchet behavior. For
6 hours ago, I would have agreed with you.
Come on with it.
I would say more than half of it is that, and it's the most popular or pop. I don't even know if it's the most popular, but it's the most pushed product. I went through about 25 women today. I would say at least 5 of them I was like even
low percentage. 5 of them are what? Good, decent that you would listen to.
I was like, okay, this is solid. Let's say. I don't know because this person's list. I don't know if it was. I don't think it was objective, but they got down at number 1, Little Sims. Now I don't know who Little. I only know Little Sims because I have one track from her, and it was this one that they have the video for, a song called Gorilla. I like it. I think she's good. And then you go up the list, and there's Shay Noir, and I think she Underground. This person had some esoteric stuff, but we hit Doja Cat.
Get it out of here.
And yeah, I don't know. I've only heard 2 tracks by Doja Cat, and I think she's talented.
Get it up out of here.
I don't know.
Doja's not going nowhere though.
He's not. That's one of the ones he was saying that's been solidified. She's here.
Yeah, you got Rhapsody.
I like Rhapsody. Yeah, Rhapsody gets busy.
So she's not part of that trend though. She's not like that chick, the female rapper trend. She's just a rapper. She's just an artist.
No, he talking to the city girl.
Yeah, we getting there. Like Doja Cat, Nicki Minaj. All right.
Nicki's already solidified.
Meg, I put in that.
Megan D.
But she's kind of transcended as well. But I put her in that same. Take it. I could take a lead.
I don't know who Lotto is.
Lotto, don't need it.
Lotto. That's more a bit. I mean, girl.
That's Saweetie.
That's Saweetie.
Yeah,
you're right. I keep mixing them up.
Tierra White. I think that's underground. Let's see. We got Rico Nasty. I don't even know who this is.
Oh no.
Now we're getting into the pussy.
Glorilla. Snow. I heard of Snow.
Let's see.
Snow the product.
Flo Milli at number 16 on this particular list. But yeah, so the thing is, I went through all these. I clicked in these videos. I went through them. I checked out the flow. I checked all that stuff, and some of them just on a pure pop, content. I was like, okay, I get that. Some of it that sounded like Cardi B or Nicki Minaj. I'm like, nah, and that was like 3/4 of it at least. And then some of it that was pop was actually good. The song was about something. It wasn't like the pussy song.
I said.
Yeah, man.
So there was a couple of them I was like, okay, this one is kind of cool. you know, but I wouldn't listen to it because I'm a guy.
And it could be a relatability thing.
Yeah, I'm a conventional male. I wouldn't listen to it.
And I think that's my bigger point.
Yeah.
And who is the consumers of hip hop rap music? Who would you say is the main consumers of that product? Kids, what demographic?
I don't know, all of them.
All of them.
Yeah, all of them now. Hip hop is like everybody's.
Okay, I'm gonna call bullshit on Joe Budden.
What you mean?
Joe Budden's full of shit, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because how can you say that this trend of these female rappers is dying, and just this week these hoes is announcing they winning this award after this award, and they getting this promotion and getting this music collaboration?
Well, that's part of the system. But to your point, I get
what I'm saying is, how are you making that conclusion that they're while they're still on the rise? No, these hoes ain't going nowhere. In fact, I predict that we're gonna see a lot more untalented, ratchet female rappers come out before they disappear. It's not going to end with Suki and Red and non-sexy Red and shit.
But Town Red is a banger though.
I know. I fucking
that's the sample. The sample goes so hard. It's not Doja Cat.
Yeah, the sample is clean. I mean, it's a good song. Like, I dropped in Discord, I was like, is it just me or is this good?
Yeah, but not for nothing. Derek got another point. There is a whole audience for the ratchet rap. Hell, I'm part of it. Yeah. I fucking love getting ratchet. Yeah. I try not to do it too much in front of my nieces and shit. Yeah. But
why though?
Huh?
Why?
Because that's not their music. They're too young for that.
Because that shit is inappropriate.
It's inappropriate for them. It's not their music. They're too young for that.
Actually, I was.
But when it's the grown-ups, I'll fuck it up. I'll
play it in the car. My girls are 4 and 6, and they love it.
Right. So that's the damning thing.
I had to switch over to the clean version because my daughter's in there, bitch. Like, I was like, oh.
You want
yeah. I was like, hold on.
That's a banger, but don't say that.
But it's true though. It's true, and that's the issue I think I have with that rap is like because it's not my demographic, and you can compare it to what was our shit, Tip Drill or Shake That Monkey, you know, things that.
How many minutes does it take till you get to the
Yeah,
that was the 90s version of Suki.
That was because it was on the radio. We had
not just that though.
Those are radio
hits
too now.
Not just that. Those female rappers back then, the Foxy Browns, the Little Kims, the Trinas, they actually had talent. They had bars. They can rap. Fucking Queen Latifah can rap. Missy Elliott can rap. Like, but these girls, they don't rap.
But they said the cream always comes to the top. That was cream there. And there's other girls that's getting to the top. They didn't get to the top in that era. But you can't argue that there were some dudes that were getting through that didn't deserve it in that same bread. But I don't know if this is a conversation of equality or what I like to hear. I don't want to hear that shit.
My point is Joe Budden's full of shit. He knows these hoes ain't going nowhere. They're not going nowhere.
Yeah, that seemed like an incorrect statement to say that.
Unless he got some kind of maybe information, which I don't know if he would have.
The wave is over, but that's because there's a steady stream now of these women like coming on the scene. It's not going to stop. Maybe they'll spend less money because,
like you said,
this venue has been traveled several times by people who are
less marketable. Yeah, there's someone that looked like you over there. I can get her to do the same thing, and she probably might do a little more. You know what I'm saying?
It was also a disingenuous point in him pointing out album sales because we all know now album sales don't even run the popularity. You get more off streams than you do off people actually buying your albums.
Video can go viral. It does wonders for your career.
That part,
especially
like
you should judge music now.
Joe Budden, I can't stand.
You should judge music now on who is going to see it. More than who is just listening to it, because it could be playing and streaming anywhere. But if you can get people to show up to your concert, to your event, to your meet and greet in the droves, and then you own. Because now you can do it independent. You don't need the label to tell you nothing. You can pull up at a library.
That's why you got to do. Shit.
Let's see. Derek said those women are a product of the environment. The environment has it and won't change, so they won't go anywhere.
That
Fair
shit
point.
sells.
Yeah.
Fair point.
Not to mention, this is coming from a dude that called Drea a creep for messing with a 22-year-old dude or something. Shut up. You have no credibility about
was
this.
Was it NBA Youngboy?
About nothing. Huh?
Was it NBA Youngboy?
You and I.
Oh.
It definitely ain't NBA Youngboy.
No,
he's a basketball.
Was it?
He's a basketball player. He a hooper.
Oh, what you
It ain't NBA
Youngboy. You know, tell me something.
Somebody
man.
look it up. What? I'm not in this.
He don't even know the.
Yeah,
look it up, Travis.
Yeah, look it up.
I'll look it up.
On the computer was fine.
Oh yeah, go ahead. You can look it up on your phone too. That's fine.
I'll look it up.
I don't trust it.
You don't trust it.
I don't trust.
What's the ULI? What is it?
I don't
Make
even.
it clear.
Who's the girl? Drea's current boyfriend.
Oh.
Drea, is that her name? She bad.
Yeah.
That's.
I'll look this up right now. All right.
I don't blame him. I don't care what age he is. I don't
Ooh.
Wait, what? You ain't say what you?
Oh.
Nah, see, it's tainted.
This?
Do a shot.
I bet you will.
What was it?
It's definitely not NBA Youngboy.
Is it an NBA player? Oh, it is.
No, it's an NBA player.
What's dude? Jalen
Green.
Whatever. I just throwing some fodder out there.
Shot counter. Chris got one.
Yeah. It's like put it on my tally.
Yeah. What's my tally? Do I got a shot coming or?
No, you owe me
No, you
$5.
got $5 cash out.
I'm gonna get some Starbucks in the morning.
All right.
But yeah. So he don't got much credibility with me. You just be saying shit to be saying shit.
It was more of a I don't like female rap conversation for me.
That's what it sounded like coming from you.
So you can bring up your hate campaign against female.
No, that's what it sounded like coming from Joe, though. It sounded like
with some real
somebody
content.
pissed him off, and he's just mad at female rappers now.
If you come in with some real content, then I'm with it.
Didn't know that. Let's see. Deshaun says didn't know that. Always thought his name was just a play on NBA name. Who? Who's he talking about?
It's Never Broke Again, I think.
Never Broke Again.
Yeah. I think that's what it stands for.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
So
we can get into y'all can let us know how y'all feel about the culture of female rap. If y'all agree with me, that shit gotta go. If y'all here for the ratchetness like Sherman, or if you don't really care like
ratchetness.
That's a lot. He was here for the new female rap. He went through the time, took the list. So maybe you might find a new artist like him. Let us know down in the comments.
Yeah, let us know. Right.
Yeah.
That was on beat.
So my topic, I saw this interesting news clip talking about how trash Gen Z sex life is, which is just controversial. They really was talking about them not having a much kid or having.
They said the stroke was weak.
Many kids. What kind of grammar am I speaking? But to be honest, millennials ain't rushing to have hella kids either. So
say that part.
They got a deal.
Has made me over $20,000, and I didn't even make it myself.
They ain't paying
All
us.
right, folks. So the phrase "demography is destiny" is attributed to French philosopher, also the famed father of sociology, Auguste Comte. And essentially, it means that you need to have a growing population to have a growing economy. With that in mind, take a look at this. This is the birth rate of United States. And I got to tell you, if the statement, either that statement Auguste made is a lie or this is going to catch up to us.
Oh, you just
I believe it's the latter. It will catch up to us later. So the question, of course, is can or will Gen Z come to the rescue? I want to bring in now New York Post columnist Ricky Schlott. All right, Ricky. The 65 and older crowd will be 37% of our population come 2040. We need you guys to come to the rescue.
Yeah, I don't have too much faith in us, unfortunately. I mean, statistically speaking, the majority of young people who are childless right now, 56% say that they just simply don't want children. It's not even that it's a factor of circumstance. And I hear frequently from my friends, they're worried about bringing kids into a dying planet and a climate catastrophe or the state of the world right now. And so I think it's even a little bit more ideological with young people today.
20 years ago, a professor in Japan, Japan has always been ahead of us on this sort of social media, internet kind of stuff. And these improvised these games where you become the person in the game. So he came up with a phrase called grass eaters. Essentially, it was the young men there rejected their parents. Their parents were proud. They would work for the same company for 50 years. They would do a 2-hour commute both ways. And they were really proud of that. Instead, these kids, they slept all day. They played video games all night. They immersed themselves into this world. Their population is going to go from 120 million people to 80 million people. And about 50% of them said they have no interest in sex at all. The reason I bring that up is
at all.
When it comes to sex, my generation is screwed. I mean, is this a similar situation?
Yeah, I mean, if the opportunity presents itself, I can't imagine any red-blooded young man like straight up everybody just flat across the line turning it down.
I think more people are interested in sex than actually getting sex. You can't just make it seem like niggas just don't want to fuck.
He's tying sex to the population. Let's
right.
Real quick.
Separate things.
Yeah, I mean, I think that one thing that we have here that's even worse is our partisan politics situation, where we know that boys are going to the right and women are going to the left. And increasingly, they're saying that they refuse to date someone on the other side of the aisle. So more than half of women say that being a conservative is a red flag. More than half say listening to Joe Rogan is a red flag. And so I think we're kind of headed towards a demographical disaster if we can't bridge the divide, at least putting politics on the back burner for romance.
How do you put it on the backside? How do you put it on the side when it's everywhere? I mean, it's, it's hard to find any part of the society, TV commercials, television shows, articles, books are being rewritten and re-edited in certain ways. How do you put it aside when it feels like who's ever pulling the strings actually trying to make it work? It's an old saying, and I was hard. When you're older and
I think that the crazier part is that we just know that young people are forking. So it's less a factor of age. We know that the boys are going right and the girls are going left.
Is that because the young men feel hopeless? I mean, this is a society that's been trying to rewrite the fact that women make less than men, and it feels like the push has been to give women a push, and it's come at the expense of men or young men.
A lot of young men, I think, definitely feel like the girl power stuff is disproportionate and that boys are disenfranchised in society today. I would also say that I think the left right now really panders to some more female proclivities to be more empathetic and emotional and want to protect people and do the right thing and be charitable. And so I do think that there is almost a feminization of the left wing.
So I think I've got good news for you.
Okay.
A new app is on the way. Are you ready for it?
I am ready for it.
All right. This app starts with it scores your here we go. This is your score, your dating app for people with good credit. So at the very least, you're getting a 675 on up. I mean, would that help?
I'm not sure about this one. I mean, I think it's an interesting conversation starter, but I think if you're filtering particularly for financial reasons, it might be a little transactional for my taste.
Really? I mean, isn't one of the big mistakes is people don't have honest conversations about finance, or when it comes to young folks, it's still about magnetism. Yeah.
All right. Go ahead.
Pretty much. I said a little bit of it while he was talking, but I think they're making a mistake of conflating the population to the amount of sex people are having. I don't think there's any shortage of actual sex amongst the people that are sexually active, as opposed to the lesser amount of babies being had.
So you think it's more of a conscious effort not to have babies?
I wonder if it's just I wonder if it's just the women who are, because it sounds like the men not getting none, but the women seem to be sexually active aplenty. You know?
Well, it's easier for women to get penis than it is for men to get.
And with the whole sexual empowerment movement going on, they're not just more than the other way around. We come from an era where we was putting notches on the belt.
Also, what she failed to mention is there's been a shift in the culture of women focusing more on careers and they're getting a bag or their business as opposed to starting a family at 18, 19 years old. So by the time you're 25, you got a handful of kids. But that was our parents' generation and their parents' generation.
For $5,000 a month went along a lot
that
further.
Part. I'll tell you right now, they talking about it costs about $250,000 per kid to raise a child.
So 18.
Nigga.
And you ain't talking about after that because it don't stop.
It don't stop. And that's an estimate. Don't have no medical bills, no accidents, no school curriculum activities, no just wanting to do stuff for you. That price jumps up. And then you add on inflation, you add on how stuck our wages is and not going up. Who's gonna be motivated to go have a whole bunch of kids to struggle with?
Yeah, already struggling.
I refuse. It's hard enough by myself right now. If I'm not comfortable financially taking care of myself, I have no interest in struggling with my children or my family or my wife or whatever.
Well, Sherman is the only one of us that doesn't have a biological child, but he's raised like plenty of children. So that's why he chose not to. Let's see. Deshaun says, what do you say? With the inflation in state of housing, millennials being real cautious about having kids.
Facts.
Yeah. I mean, I had 3, so
we gotta repopulate.
But that's what the thing. We are repopulating. Yeah. We're just not repopulating at a high rate of their generation before.
What they're saying is that the Gen Z is even worse than that.
It's even worse than millennials.
Let's see. Sanisha said, "Is this about relationships, sex, or politics?" All of them.
All of them.
Yeah, all of them.
I've actually never came across politics being an issue.
In sex?
Or getting something. Like, that's never been a population.
I don't want to have sex with no MAGA bitch. I mean, no, never mind.
See, that's the problem right there. Nobody ever.
I mean, I ain't gotta.
She say, "Mama, that's it for you, huh? You gotta
boom, go right there." Click that. What did I say? My boy D-Red.
Derek Reddick. I thought a few years ago there was a worry about the world being overpopulated.
I was hearing overpopulation a few years ago. Actually,
it don't seem to be slowing down.
Hey, COVID happened.
Total, so.
We got them up out of here. We got them up out of here. We moving on. We need people back now.
Yeah, I do believe that the trend over the last couple generations, the most recent, that have come into adulthood, I believe the trend is I don't want that many kids or I don't want kids at all.
The responsibility alone.
And it sounds like with Gen Z, and this has to do with inflation and stuff, is that everything's so expensive. Why in the world would I, like, if you're struggling by yourself right now, why in the world would I get with somebody, A, and then B, have kids with them? That's a whole different investment. Like
you caught up in your indulgence. You're indulging all your vices, right?
Yeah.
You just want to get your nut off.
Our country don't give enough incentives for millennials and Gen Z to have a bunch of kids. They just don't.
Because we're still getting hit from everybody else. Oh, you just got to work hard. Just put your head down and put in them 80 hours a week and 50 years, and then you'll have that life.
Hey, our generations going forward gonna treat them kids just like we treat them jobs. I ain't working to death for you. Deuces.
And, that's the right. The kids never. And you probably remember the kids that were suing their parents for bringing them into. I think we had that as a topic for bringing them into the world. Yeah. I didn't ask to pay for this.
You had grandparents suing their kids for not giving them grandchildren.
Yeah. Why? It's become more than just leaving a legacy and wanting your family name to live on. Like there's real repercussions behind having kids, especially if you're already living on the system.
Yeah.
And then you get stuck into the loop. Oh, I get another kid, I get more money. I get another kid, I get more money. And you get caught in chasing that bag that way. So
Deshaun said diapers like $40.
Come on.
Like $100, or for 100 diapers, multiply that by the number of kids.
Come on.
See, them numbers already stressing me out.
I had 2 baby girls at the same time, and that was different from the one child, the first child.
He was throwing them diapers in the washer.
Said, we also live in a world that has limited resources, so why is a lower? I agree with that, but I think there's economical. It's an economical thing, like economical power and growth. If it slows
capitalism,
down,
we need more people to keep working to death to make the rich people richer.
Yeah, that's true. And the momentum can go another way, and your company can be or look, or your country can be or look poor. So I think it's a complicated issue. It's more complicated than just have. But I agree, having more kids, I don't think is going to solve the problems.
But you got the potential of making a genius or somebody that's going to save the world within all these.
And at the end of the day, having a child is a deeply personal decision. Most people, you just end up having kids. But it's also when somebody chooses to do it, it's not a light decision.
It's not.
Even if it happened by mistake, it's not a light decision. It's not something
that's true.
You just blew up your whole world in this decision.
Yeah. So
very important.
And I just want to know from everybody in the chat, everybody from y'all, just because y'all not out there having babies, do that mean y'all just not having sex? Because that's what they was trying to make it seem like.
Yeah.
Like,
that's
everybody just incels out here and stuff.
Everything getting responsibility, right? Have your sex. Wrap it up, though. Have your control.
Boy, these generations don't believe in condoms.
Have your...
You say condoms, they be like, condoms? Condoms, they don't feel good. What's wrong with your sex parts? Because condoms, I always get my nut in a condom.
Oh, my God.
Sorry, this.
We're going left. But y'all can let us know.
Let us know in the comments.
Here we go. All right, y'all. That has been another fun and exciting episode of You a Lie.
You a lie.
Damn.
I'm distracted. I was over here.
Damn. They just got on me.
You want to try that again?
No. They were just getting on me for messing that up last time.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was a little hiccup.
Brand new. This is brand new. This was a really fun episode. I love the engagement. I love the comments in there.
Yeah,
we got some You a Lies out there we're going to get to at the end.
Yeah.
And I just appreciate all the engagement, y'all.
Yeah.
I love that y'all coming in and rocking with us. That's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
What you getting on about?
I can't get over that comment.
Be sure to like, share, subscribe to the video. The live will get posted tomorrow, I believe, for those who didn't get a chance to watch. For the audio listeners that's continue to rock with us, even in the hiatus, going back and watching videos we did 2 years ago. It's just wild. But thank you for that. The new ones will be on the way. We talked about all kind of stuff today, from the freaking
breakdancing,
the breakdancing dad. Oh, damn, Maury, for real. Maury, come back, man. We did breakdancing dad. We did female rap. Need to be up out of here. And then we did Gen Z having the trash sex life. So I pay attention. Y'all can let us know in all the comments how y'all feel. If y'all have any You a Lies, be sure to post them down there too. Make sure you follow all our sites.
Yeah, and just a quick interruption here. We got Tom Curran says, I'm having my daughter in 2 weeks.
Boom, told y'all.
Congratulations.
You're still having babies.
That's what's up, Tom.
They exaggerating, trying to scare us into making more workers.
Yeah, there'll be more kids. We're not worried about it.
Congratulations.
There'll be more kids.
Right,
Welcome to the club.
what's subject number 3? Did you say it already?
Yeah, Gen Z. Look at
Gen
you.
Z.
But follow us on all our sites. We on YouTube, You Alive Podcast. We on Facebook, You Alive Podcast. And we on Instagram, You Alive Podcast with some underscores in there. But y'all find us on all them. Follow us there. Tune into all the shows we got coming up. Look at our old content. If you get bored and want some shit to watch, we there. We're 105 now. Woo! That's what's up. We're gonna keep rocking.
ENT.com.
Yes, 805ENT.com. We got the merch. Go ahead, cop some. We got some. And you can follow all of us as well. I can be found C-Boy Designs on Instagram. All your graphic needs. He was just on it at the time.
Oh, my bad.
All your graphic needs. I'll have me there. Logos, flyers, all that good stuff.
All right. You can find me. No. You can find me at BDan24 on Twitter. Mike Cali, your game name's lame.
I'm a slime.
Twitch. I got the graphic up. Don't worry about it. And that's it for me. What about you?
And you can find your favorite pothead on all my socials at Sir D's. I'm on Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook. We're on TikTok too, not as Sir D's, but as You Alive. Yeah. And I'm still getting used to it, so prepare to see us more on there. Yeah. I'm gonna make them do some TikTok dances.
That's a punishment too. It was a punishment. You didn't bring it back. Yeah, right. I like it.
Shout out to Maury.
Shout out to Jay Will.
Joshua 15 on Snapchat.
Yes, sir.
And then let's see, Jay Will R6 on Instagram.
He don't
be on Instagram though.
We got to get him back in the fold, man. The work schedule be crazy. And Sherman's going crazy too.
Man, we all knew there was nothing.
Whatever. We thank y'all for rocking with us, man. Appreciate the support.
You Alive lives, man. You alive.
You alive.
Yeah.